The miracle that happened for me in 2025, well, we're sitting in it. It's the fact that I'm still in my business, my photography studio, my baby, something I've been working on building for years. About a year ago this month, my husband and I were having a difficult conversation about possibly closing my studio, the place where I love to make people smile, the place where I love to help people feel amazing. This is where I feel like I make a difference. And we were talking about closing it. It brought tears to my eyes to even think about closing my baby. And so as we talked about it, we decided to take some time to just pray to see what God would say about the situation. So we took some time to pray, and I just began to call on God to ask him what I should do, because there were just so many things pulling at us, and we wanted to make sure that what we were putting in, we would be getting back. One day I came up here to my studio, and I just decided to spend some time praying here. And so as I was praying, I began laying hands on my equipment. I laid hands on the furniture, on the walls, and I began to pray for anyone who would be entering into this space going forward. And as I began to pray, I began to realize and get reaffirmed in the fact that I was here for a reason, and that anyone who came through these doors from this day forward would be sent from God. So whether it was a headshot, whether it was a maternity shoot, whether it was a birthday session or a family session, I wanted to approach things differently because I knew that God had sent them to me. I had prayed for these individuals, for these women, for these families. And so I began to approach it in a more purposeful way because I realized this is more than pictures. This is an assignment that God has given me. And so as I began to pray, I asked for God to send me the people that needed to see themselves the way that God sees them. A few weeks later, I began getting phone calls from people who were telling me that they were impressed that they needed to come to my studio to get their pictures taken. And these were people that did not live in Huntsville. They lived on the East Coast. They lived halfway around the world in Rome. These were people that I know God sent my way. And as they left my studio after their headshots or after their branding sessions or after their birthday sessions, they would call and say, I don't know what happened there, but something is different about me since I had my pictures taken there. And I knew that it was only God, the presence of God coming into this space to remind me that my business still needed to be here, that he still needed to use my camera, my gift, my art for his glory to help people see themselves the way that God sees them. And I just want to encourage somebody who is out there, who is doing what you're passionate about. But sometimes you see those dips and those moments, those months where the math is not mathing. I want to encourage you that God has given you that gift for a reason. There are people out there that need your obedience. They need your persistence. They need you to keep showing up in your lane, in your gift, in your space. So I want to encourage you to get back into alignment with who you're called to serve. It's not about the money. It's not about making sure that we're always that visible. It's about making sure you're in divine alignment. Because when you're walking in purpose, God will take care of the visibility. God will take care of whatever your bills are for that month. He will always provide. So I just want to encourage that person who's feeling discouraged about where your business is heading and how you're feeling like things aren't going the way you want it to go. There are people that need you. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on what God has given you and assigned you to do. There is a purpose and a plan for the gifts that God has given you. And there are miracles waiting out there. There are stories that need to be told. There are things out there that God wants you to do. So I want to just encourage you to keep pushing, keep dreaming, and don't give up on what God is giving you to do in this world.